It's 6:07, and you know what that means. You either got to put your dinner fork down in the middle of dinner and get up and have some fun with me, or you're going to have to postpone that meal that you well deserve because it is Wellness Workout Time! Let's go, baby! What's going on? Don't stop eating dinner if you're eating dinner. Yeah, just keep eating. And then do this some other time, right? But if you haven't yet, you're about to get a good workout first and really enjoy it afterwards. I promise you that. Because you got 20 minutes of fun coming your way. All right? So what do we got on the menu? We have HIIT with the backpack. Superset style. So we crushed the legs a lot yesterday with our backpack leg day. I understand that. Right? And today we're going to hit the legs a little bit again. But the big thing here is it's the cardio, right? Let me straighten this out a little. It's the cardio that we're getting with it. And like we've said in the past, that cardio can come through either strict cardio things such as, running or sprinting, things like that, right? Or it can come in the form of supersets. Supersets are great for cardio. You burn a ton of calories. So I hope you enjoy it today. And I got a fun little surprise at the end we're going to talk about for our final day in our 10-day mental journey or challenge, whatever. I like the word journey. We'll use that together. Because that's what all this has been. It's been a journey with all of us, right? Growing over the past 7 months. Without further ado, let's get through the moves and get rocking. So you're going to want some gloves today, right? You don't want to rip the hands up for no reason. Don't make any sense. So what we're going to be doing is effectively hitting our legs and many other body parts while getting the cardio, right? But we hit the legs hard yesterday, so it's not as purely leg intensive, although they are involved in pretty much every move. It's more so to burn a lot of calories, to stress a lot of things at once, okay? So I want you to keep that in mind. First up, I was getting ready to do a lunge already. Squat, hold, curl. So we're going to be in a squat. You're going to hold a squat, difficult point of tension. Your arm is out in front of you. Your arm is out in front of you. And you're curling. And you're curling. So why is the arm in front? Because it would hit the ground if it was here. And it's harder to hold it out like this. So that's your starting point for that. Keep that in mind. We'll do that for 20 seconds, not 15 today. We're doing 20 for each move. And you only get 4 rounds. So still 20 minutes or around there at least, right? That's always our promise to you, unless it's core, because that's 24 for core. But today marks 20 days left in 2020, guys. There's 20 days left in 2020. So I thought that was pretty funny. Thought that would be fun to make it 20 seconds to be fitting. How would we ever forget 2020, right? It's been such a great normal year. So you're holding the squat and you're curling, right? Next up, we got squat press. So you're going to have it in one arm, like so. You're going to squat, press, squat, press, squat, press. We're going back and forth, side to side for this whole unilateral series, all right? So we do one arm, then we rock that other side. Squat, press. Press, hold, squat. Now this is an interesting concept we have never flirted with before. Right here, however the hell you want to say that. So you're holding a shoulder press. We'll start there. You know how we do the press hold on backpack day, right? Very strenuous position, holding your arm at about 90, right? You don't want to hold it here. There's no tension. You don't want to hold it up here. You want to hold it here, okay? So you're holding it there, and you're squatting. While it stays there, right? So you're getting this isometric contraction, right? While getting the legs involved, getting some cardio, a little bit of everything. It's a good move. And I think we will enjoy it after the fact. Press, hold, squat. We'll rock that other arm the next 20. Lunge, hold, curl. So this one you're in a lunge. and you're holding a lunge, your arms extended again, and you're curling, and you're curling. Lunge, hold, curl. You can put your hand on that other thigh if you want, or you can leave it free. That's up to you. Go by comfort and personal preference, right? The important thing is that you're holding a lunge and you're curling at the same time. Lunge, hold, curl. Lunge hammer rows. A lot of new moves today. We've never done pretty much all of these. So you're in a lunge and you are rowing, rowing, rowing. Now I like to keep this arm back because it keeps my shoulders pinned together so that I keep good posture. Because look, what if you get lazy with this arm? You don't want that, right? Let's try to keep it back at least a little, or keep it, stable in that sense, so you're kind of squared up with the shoulders, right? So keep that in mind. And we'll do it for the other side, and then after that, lunge pulse, row pulse. Demo this arm. Tire this one out too much. So lunge pulse. We know lunge pulse, just pulsing in a lunge. We did it yesterday, right? So now you're going to come up to that where you were doing the rows. You're going to hold it and pulse and hold it. Again, same concept as the shoulder press hold with the squat, right? Get an isometric contraction while getting a concentric and eccentric contraction in the legs. That's it for your unilateral series. Bilateral, we got something I wrote really messy. Bent row squat hop twos. So you're gonna have it flat on the ground, and you're gonna bent over row, looking up. 1, 2, put it down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Why are we putting the backpack down in between? What's up, Ma? Love you. Thanks for tuning in. First one on, biggest fan. Why are we putting the backpack down in between? Why are we picking up hopping? Because what do we not do? We don't do high impact things with weight. We don't want that. We do this every day. We could. It might be all right. Love you too. But we don't need to. We'll get a great workout by putting the weight down before we're jumping. We don't jump with weight in our hands, right? I mean, you can, and it's good explosive movement. Whole nother thing. But in being safe and smart on our joints, we just put it down first. So that's our reason for that. After that, we got push pulls. You'll never believe what you're doing for these. You're pushing and you're pulling, pushing, pulling, pushing, pulling for speed. Grab it like that. Grab it like that if you want. Push, pull, push, pull. I like that a lot better, actually, than the strap. So you do what you want according to comfort, as long as you are getting the main concept. Push, pulls. Chainsaw squat. So when we know our chainsaw, right? Chainsaw. You're starting the chainsaw. Double chainsaw. Right? So this one, you're going to do double with 2 hands grabbing the backpack. If you can hold it like this, that's good. Right? Chainsaw. Squat. Okay? Put it down. Chainsaw. Squat. Now, look at this subtle. You're not jumping on your feet. Right? But you're not stationary. It's a little hop for cardio. Oh, you said we don't jump up and down? Yeah, nothing high impact with weight. That's a very low impact. So you'll be fine. Not to mention the amount of weight you're doing today, which we should have said before, but never too late. You're looking for something you can do 20 reps. Like holding a lunge and curling, we'll say. Something you can do like 15 to 20, okay? So that's a good gauge for how much weight you should have in this for the difficulty of the workout. And last but not least, chainsaw squat plus the press. Same concept. Chainsaw, squat, press, place. Chainsaw, squat, press, okay? You can keep it in your hands at the bottom if you want. You can come up, or you can put it down temporarily. Let's go, baby. Never too late to have some fun, and 6:18 ain't even close, that's for sure. You got 1 minute, and we'll get kicking it off here. 55 seconds. Oh, yeah. We lost for a second, we're back. So, what I want you to do, get your gloves going. "20 seconds a move, only 4 rounds." So that's the nice thing, is it's one less round. And first up, you're in a squat. You're picking it up by this, and you're curling. Curling. You're holding that squat. Do what you want with this arm. I like to kind of just keep it free. Switch arms, nice fluid transition. You get 10 seconds in between each round, so pretty much straight through, but not quite. Okay? Just so you know when the round's over. And other arm, squat, press, squat, press. Other side, other side. Now you're coming on this side, holding the shoulder press, squat. Oh, Shane, it was leg day yesterday. We're doing legs. Every day's leg day. And core day. It's not true, but they are staples. Other side. Now you're in a lunge. You're holding that lunge, the arms extended, and you're curling, baby. You should be able to get full extension of the arm like that without it hitting the ground. Other side. Get in that lunge, hold it. Nice job. Other side. Hammer row. Hold the lunge. Should come down. Right as it's tapping the ground, come up. Try to keep the shoulders square. Now give me up on the same side. And pulse. Other side. You're in a lunge and you're rowing. You see, I had to make the effort to keep my shoulders square. That's what we were talking about before. And pulse. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Push, pull. Pick it up. Push, pull. That's what I'm doing. Good job. You see how high it stays? And don't let it come here. Chainsaw. Squat. Chainsaw. Squat. Chainsaw. Squat. Chainsaw. Squat. Now push the press. One down. 7 seconds. This is gonna be good. Clara, what's up? All right. Squat, hold, curl. Clara's getting me excited and distracted. I gotta get back to business. Good to see you out here, Clara. Thanks for coming on. You're holding the squat and you're curling. Do what you want with the other arm. Full body, other side. Try to keep your back up in the squat. Woo! Other arm, squat, press. Come down, hold it, same arm, squat. Nice job. Other side, first squat and press. Hold it, squat. Woo! Lunge, hold, curl. One leg in front. Hold the lunge. Arm extended. Same side. Lunge, hold. Row. You can bend forward a little for this. Same side pulse. Holding your row high. Oh boy. Those suck. Hold the lunge. This side. Curl. And still hold. Bend forward. Do a row. Row. Don't forget to hold that lunge. Bring it up, pulse. Holding it up there. Back should feel tight. Your glutes should feel tight on that side with your stiff leg in the back. And your leg should be dying. Bent over row. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Push, pull. Nice job. Chainsaw. Squat. Now, press. Ah. 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 2 down. Squat hold. Curl. You're halfway there, baby. Good job. Already halfway. Keep going. Home stretch. Squat press, same side. Press, hold, squat, squat. Nice job. Keep this tight. Other side, all three. Squat, hold, curl. Squat, press. Nice work. Bring it down and hold it. Squat. Fix my shoes, sorry. Lunge hold stuff. Other side first. Hold that lunge, curl. Good job, guys. Hold that lunge, bend forward, chest face down. Row, row. Row, hold, pulse. Pulse on that leg. Ah. This side. Lunge hold. Curl. These are hard, I know. You're almost done though. You're doing great. Don't you give up on me. Don't you dare give up. Ever. It'll be over soon enough. Stay in that lunge. Bend forward. And row. You already know. Just row. Row. When it taps the ground, it comes up. Now hold the row up there. Pulse on that leg for the lunge. Trip and sweat. Two of these. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Push pull. Keep the pace. Chainsaw. Squat. Same plus press. One more. Oh. Last round coming. Hold. Squat. Curl. Last circuit. Let's go. Keep your back up, but bend the legs. Bend the knees. Squat. Same arm, press. Come up, hold it here. Get down and squat. And up. And up. Good job, you guys. Keep going. Lunge hold. Same arm. Curl. We'll do one side all the way through and the other side. And then you're done with the hard part. Stay in that lunge, bend forward. And row, row, row. You're holding a lunge still. Row, sorry, lunge pulls. Other side, squat hold. Curl. Squat. Press. Bring it down, hold here. Squat. Lunge. Curl. Holding that lunge, right? Stay there, bend forward. Row. Row. Up and hold, pulse. It's on the ground. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You're so close. Pick it up. Let's go. Press. Let's go. Oh. My feet hurt. Forrest Gump reference. I had to take my shoes off. Oh, nice. Nice work. You guys. 25 seconds, and I'll be back with a special surprise. Done. Dun 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 dun. What do we have here? Something good. So I figure I always cater to the requests you guys send, right? And you know that. And I had one to talk about. Chess, which I thought was very interesting. So, you know who you are, it's this one's for you, but also, it's a fitting time because what's everybody and their mother been watching for the past few months, right? On Netflix, what have we all been watching? The Queen's Gambit. Everybody's seen it at least once, right? That's what happens when you're stuck home for quarantine. People start to watch shows about chess. That's really neat, because I love chess. I think it's great. But rather than focusing, and I'm going to bring you closer here, rather than focusing Let's work this out. On the pure technicalities of chess or going through openings or something, that's no fun, right? We're going to talk about how chess relates to life very briefly. And today we'll start and we'll see how the feedback is. If you guys want to hear more after that, we can go through it more, right? So let's get a good angle. All right, this thing is tough to get. To stay down, and there we go. Okay. So, where to begin, right? So if you don't know how the pieces move, that's an important thing to understand in order to get these concepts across, right? Now again, this is not about chess. It is, but it's not. Everybody has something. Whether it's a game they play or anything they do. There is some logical game or whatever it is, like we're saying, that you can relate general strategic principles to. And it makes them evident to you, whether you're talking Go, Sudoku, anything like that. Mine is chess. And it's so fascinating how these principles in strategy are universally seen throughout everything approached strategically. Not everything is approached strategically, but for things that are. And so, let's start having fun. So if you aren't familiar with chess, this is how the pieces move. And again, we'll be very brief and short today. And you don't have to watch this if you don't want to. That's why we do it at the end. But if you feel like checking it out, have fun with it. So pawns move straight forward, right? Now you can it moves up one every time. They can't go backwards. And in fact, a pawn is the only piece that can't move backwards, okay? All the other pieces can move forwards and backwards. So a pawn moves one square, but it can move two squares on the first move, like this. Only on that move though, okay? And once it's been moved, it can only go one square after that, all right? That's a pawn. When we talk about a knight is the only piece that can hop over other pieces. So a knight goes 2 in one row and then over 1 to the other file, okay? So if you had a knight here, it could go up 2, over 1 there, all right? It could go up 2, over 1 here. It could go up 1 over 2. It makes an L shape. And it can do the same thing going backwards. So we'll say it was up here because it would hit these. You can't land on another piece, right? So it could also go 2 over 1 back, 1 over 2 back, and so on, right? So a knight can cover 8 different squares at one time. Pretty cool, right? That's a knight. When we talk about a rook, it goes in straight lines. So it can move up like this or side to side like this. That's simple. It's a rook. It can go backwards too, like we said. Every piece can go backwards except for a pawn. When we talk about the bishop goes in diagonals. So it's always confined to that same color square it starts on. It will never change because it only can go in diagonals. And again, front to back, right? When we have our queen, our best piece. The queen is a rook and a bishop together, combined as one. So we know a rook moves like this, right? And a bishop moves like this, diagonal. So the queen does both. It can go diagonal, straight, diagonal to the side, diagonal back, straight, and so on. So pretty much anywhere, right? The queen's your big honcho, or honcha. The king. You want to protect the king at all times. In terms of how it moves though, it goes one square in any direction. One square in any direction. So, very basic, simple. How you know the board is set up right? There's a light square on the bottom right. The bottom right of the board, your right, and the very bottom should be a light square. So if a dark square is there, the board would be set up wrong. It would mean we'd be sitting this way, and that's incorrect, right? So white on right. Also, your queen goes on the color. So queen on color. So the white queen goes on the white square. Black queen goes on the black square. So you know where the queen and the king always are. okay, when you're setting up a board. Now, we have to get the basics down because it's imperative if we are going to be talking about general principle here, right? So in chess, you want to put pressure on the center of the board, these center 4 squares, okay? As much so as you can. And also, you want to keep your king safe for a long time, all right? Let me get a chair real quick. So, again, this is a quick intro, but much better. I was getting all excited, I forgot to get a chair. So if we want to put pressure on the center of the board, and we want to keep our king safe, and we want to develop or make active all of our pieces before moving one multiple times. And again, we'll get into all the principles another day. But why, before we make any moves, and this is all we're going to cover today, and then we'll talk more if you guys want to hear more. I think it's super fascinating. But why would you want pressure on the central squares? And that's what we're going to finish with today. Why would you want pressure on them? Okay, if you had your hand as an analogy, and there are different things to find, facts, anything, like a branch of ideas, here, 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 from every finger, on every finger, there's totally different things you want to discover, or learn, or make come to fruition, whatever it is. Where would you want to start to be able to all-encompassing affect all of them equally at any time, to go to any, right in the middle of the hand? Because from there, you can go anywhere. What if you get too caught up in one idea? You're real far from this one, right? You don't want to be all the way out there. You want to be in the center. If you understand things from the core, you can go there and back in many different ways. So central control seems to be a universally good theme when talking strategic principle, because from the center, we can go anywhere. And for that reason, almost no lethal attack can occur in chess without controlling at least 3 of these 4 central squares. At least 3 of them. So it makes sense, right? So understand things from the center, from the core, and then you can teach it in any way. You can go any way from around it. So that's just a little quick intro to chess for today. We'll get into more another day if you guys want to hear about it. But I had a special request, so I thought, hey, let's talk about it. And a Queen's Gambit's been out, so I know you all have seen that, right? They actually, the chessboards sales have gone up like some crazy 500% or something, some crazy number. Everyone's enrolling in chess tournaments after the Queen's Gambit, so it was pretty influential, I guess. But that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's not, again, to talk too much about this. It's just why. What does it relate to? And it was the last day of our 10-day mental challenge, so I figured it's something mental and it's something we can, we could talk about that relates to life, and that's how it's important. So, thank you very much. Had a great time today. Anytime you want to talk more chess, you let me know. And I hope you enjoyed that one. We'll see you tomorrow. What do we got? I think we got core. So, thanks a lot, you guys. Have a great night. Love you. Take care.